Screensaver perfection out here for day one of X Games Aspen 2018. We welcome you to beautiful Buttermilk Mountain as the stage is set for one of our favorite events, the Special Olympics Unified Snowboarding. Brandon Graham alongside Craig McMorris. And Craig, there's no doubt about it, this is absolutely one of our favorite events out here at X Games.
The reason I'm so fired up, Brando, is because the athletes are so fired up. We've called this a number of times, and it just warms your heart because you see how much fun everyone's having up there.
Yeah, I love it. We pair up an X Games athlete, current or former, along with the Special Olympics athlete, and it's always magic. We've got some new names in the mix. There you see Gretchen Bleiler, an X Games legend out here for the first time helping out with the unified team. But as you said, so many smiles out on the mountain today.
Smiles for miles here. Gretchen Bleiler, the local.
So the great thing about this is we put the teams together. 16 athletes, 8 teams of 2 athletes each, 1 X Games athlete and 1 Special Olympian, and then we've got 16 head-to-head races. It's that simple.
Pros versus pros, Special Olympic athlete versus Special Olympic athlete. Pretty simple. You see the red course, you see the blue course. First one down, well, they take the win.
You're getting some advice from his coach.
Oh, there you see a look at some of our competitors. Of course, the great Chris Klug, Hannah Teeter, and Dana Schultz. Of course, Gretchen Bleiler. Scotty James trying to reclaim another title out here. Celia Norendal. I want to steal these kids' thunder.
Yeah,
take it away, please. There you see Mike Schultz, and of course the host of X Games, Jack Matrani, making his unified debut.
Teamed up with none other than Anthony Davis.
AD. Let's take a look now at our start list. There you see some very impressive names. A lot of X Games hardware across this. One team to keep your eye on, though, Dana Schultz and Hannah Teeter.
Why should we be watching them, Brando?
Dana and Hannah have been partnered together since day one. Hannah Teeter is Dana Schultz's favorite snowboarder of all time. And oh, by the way, Dana won 3 gold medals at the Special Olympics in Austria just last year.
Not to mention, they're the defending champions of this event last year.
Well, the course is set. The fans are out. The sun is out. No better way to start this thing off right here, right now. There's a look at Henry Meese, who's paired with Chris Klug. He'll be dropping in, going head-to-head against Zachary Elder, who's matched up with Gretchen Bleiler.
The fun part about this is the red and blue course, you always see one course is maybe going to ride a little bit faster, and you really see that on the first race. You hear it red course ready, you hear blue course ready, and looks like Elder got the whole shot here.
Right out the gate.
One thing to note is Elder's running those hard boots. You see a lot of parallel slalom racers, parallel giant slalom, parallel slalom racers. That's the kind of kit that they run. Henry opting for the softer boot, and who do you think took that one? It looked like Henry on the red.
It was close. I thought Elder had it for the most part, but then maybe Meese came out right before it finished. We'll get the time in just a little bit. Zachary Elder, 22 years old, out of New York, and Henry Meese, 28 years old, out of Oregon. Both have been competing in the Special Olympics for a long time. Henry 9, Zachary Elder 11 years. So extraordinary. So their paths have certainly crossed over the years.
The one really cool fact about the Special Olympics is these athletes not only compete in snowboarding, you'll see a lot on their bios. They've been part of the Special Olympics for 12 years, but only snowboarding for 9. This is such a lifelong thing you're a part of.
Yeah, terrific athletes all around. You'll see them competing in summer events as well as winter events. And here are our X Games stars, Chris Klug and Gretchen Bleiler.
They seem to be a little friendly in the gate, but just give them a second. Once they're out in this course, they will literally do anything to win. 2 Aspen locals.
I made that up. These two know each other incredibly well. I doubt they've ever raced one another. Let's see what happens. Klug gets the early lead. Can he hold on?
Now watch Klug's technique. That is how you do it. Look how he rocks from edge to edge so effortlessly. Pushing through the hips, and wow, I think nobody's going to be able to beat the Klugster.
Klugy coming in hot, but that's what he does. He does it year after year with a smile on his face. Gretchen kept it interesting for the super pipe legend as we take another look.
Now, Gretchen Bleiler, riding the super pipe, you have to know how to use your edges, and she did that there. But the Klugster was very, very fast.
So we'll see if his time combined with his partner Henry Mies is enough to propel them. And both times of each rider are put together, and that's how we get our final score. And here is Dana Schultz coming in so hot, was so good. 2017, she will tell you, was the greatest year professionally of her life. You saw it at Schladming, Austria. She's going against Denisa Tremolova, who's partnered with Celia Norendal.
Now, Dana's got that full cage on there.
Yep.
She means business.
25 years old, out of Wisconsin. She's been snowboarding for 9 years, a member of the Special Olympics for nearly 20. Both have their game faces on.
Now, Dana, obviously a lot more experienced than Denisa, who has only been a Special Olympian for 8 years. Almost twice as much. But mark my words, Denise will get into that 20-year mark. And she's got the whole shot here.
Showing no issue with this course thus far. What for? But
This
here
is a
comes Dana
race, folks.
around the corner. We got ourselves a barn burner.
Oh, Dana looks like she took it right at the end there.
That was close. As I said, Dana receiving 3 gold medals in Schladming, Austria at the Special Olympics last year. She had the top time, by the way, in the slalom event, male or female in her category. Racing is absolutely her forte.
And you can see it here. She started out behind, but on those last 3 or 4 gates, she gained composure, took an inside corner, and got the W.
Well, let's head down to the 3rd member of our team, Victoria Arlen, who I believe is with Dana.
All right, Dana, you have 3 gold medals from Austria. You have back-to-back silvers in this event. What do you need to do on that second run to bring home the gold?
I just need to get out of the gate faster, get gates closer, and pump through my turns and finish as hard as I can.
You had said earlier in Austria that you are not on the sidelines anymore. You're in the game. What does it mean to be here at X Games?
That is 100% true here. I'm not on the sidelines anymore. Every single Special Olympics isn't on the sidelines anymore. We're included in the biggest action sports that you can ever imagine. We're in the X Games.
Yeah,
all the Special Olympics are not on the sidelines anymore. We are included. That means the world to us.
Good luck, girl.
Thank you.
We're in the X Games. Does it get any better than that? Just such a terrific ambassador for unified snowboarding and the Special Olympics.
If you could sum up this event in a short sentence, that's how you say it.
Absolutely.
On the world's biggest stage.
So here's
in the spotlight.
Dana's
Wow.
partner, Hannah Teeter. They've had such success together. Hannah, of course, has competed at X Games 15 times before, and she's going up against Celia Norendal, who's got a busy weekend herself.
Celia Norendal, 2 X Games gold medals. Hannah Teeter, a number of X Games medals, as well as some Olympic hardware.
And that's what I love about this event. Hannah is a pipe specialist, Celia, big air and slope style, and they're racing head-to-head out here today.
So far, in the races we've seen, the red course definitely a little bit faster.
Right.
The blue course better out of the hole shot, but you'll see here Hannah Teeter might take it on these last 2 or 3 gates. It's close.
And it looks like Hannah just edged out Celia.
Dana Schultz obviously ecstatic. Hannah Teeter coming across the line there first. Looks like they're going to continue that winning pedigree.
And everything's being hand timed, so if you don't see a clock on the screen, that's why. We'll be getting the times a little bit later on in the race. So right now, it's all about what the naked eye sees.
Hannah Teeter jumping off that toe edge, really trying to get that inside line. Now, one of the most important parts about this event, I feel, in my opinion, is, yeah, you want to compete, you want to do well, you want to do your best, but it's not all about winning. It's not all about winning and losing. It's just, as what Dana Schultz said, it's about getting into the event.
So now we see Craig Malbach versus Cody Field. Craig is a longtime competitor here on this platform. Need to see him out. He'll be on the red course, Cody on the blue course. Craig, of course, being an Aussie, paired up with his fellow Australian athlete, Scotty James. Not quite getting the start that Cody did. We'll see if he can make up here on the red course. And just laying this thing to waste, Craig.
Wow. Very aggressive on his edges there, and that's what brought him across the line in there first. I like that all-blue kit, too. The Aussie connection.
Craig Malbach has been snowboarding for 21 years. We take another look. As you see, Cody got the early start, but it's how you finish. And Craig was just able to...
Craig was so tight on those gates. You see Cody going a little bit wider, and that gave the Australian the ability to really pull ahead at the end there. But good camaraderie right there. Everybody's giving high fives. Everybody's having fun. And that's what we said at the top of the show. We have so much fun calling this event because you see the athletes have so much fun doing it.
Yeah, there may be 3 medals given out, but truly every participant out here winners today. So their partners will be jumping on the course. Scotty James, who's coming in with a lot of fire, and he'll be going head-to-head against Jamie Anderson. Jamie trying to reclaim a gold medal status in slope style. Scotty trying to defend his gold in super pipe a little later this weekend.
This is an interesting matchup because these two competitors have so much pressure on them this weekend.
Yeah,
sponsor obligations, everybody expects them to win. But I mean, you got to think it's refreshing to come out and do an event like that. Jamie almost loses it. Get your mind off all that pressure and just go have some fun.
And Jamie going just too wide, and that allowed Scotty to move flawlessly down the course, and we've seen him do it year in, year out, paired up with Craig as he finishes across the line first.
The Australians are going to be extremely tough to beat.
Scotty, of course, winning his very first X Games gold in 2017 on Australia Day, no less.
What a night that was, hey? Bit of an underdog, and he went from that underdog position into a heavy, heavy favorite.
And Craig, he only got better. I mean, that was really, he had a terrific winter season last year heading into X Games, wins it outright, and only got better. And we've seen what he's done in winter results so far this season. He may be the one to beat out pipe tonight, this week, excuse me.
Speaking of getting better, Jamie Anderson, too. We've seen her have so much success in the slopestyle. She was the one to beat forever. A lot of the competitors have caught up to her, but I know from watching her ride in Whistler, she's got some new tricks up her sleeve. We'll see what she puts down in women's slopestyle and women's big air.
So here's Chris Perdue, who's paired up with monster Mike Schultz, and Anthony Davis paired up with our own broadcast partner Jack Matrani. Anthony Davis, 32 years old. Christopher Perdue, 19. Chris has only been snowboarding for 6 years. We'll see if the experience of Anthony Davis pays off.
He's going to need some experience here. He's a little bit behind on that blue course that has been running a little bit slower. Perdue staying nice and low, staying nice and compact. Perdue and Schultz definitely going to have the lead, but if anybody can pull an upset, it's Jack the Man, Matrani.
Right. So A. Davis finishes just behind Christopher Perdue out of Indiana, and can't ask for a better start, and this form, execution, just so on point, Craig.
But you got to give Davis chops. He was really clawing his way back there, trying to get back. Everybody's having fun. Even the fans are having fun. How could you not?
So here are their partners, Mike Schultz, who just wins practically everything when it comes to snowboard adaptive. He's just an absolute legend. on the Paralympic scene, going against X Games host Jack Mitrani, making his 5th X Games appearance as a competitor, mind you. It's probably double that when you add in the broadcast duty. So here we go. Mike Schultz on the red course. Jack Mitrani, 5'10", 165 pounds on the blues.
I was talking to Mitrani earlier today. He really, really wants this one. And it looks like he might be having it right now. Schultz, though, calm, cool, collected, making a pass. Oh,
and Schultz,
Mitrani!
Schultz just comes from behind for the win. Jack started out so hot there.
He did.
Thought we were going to see a fire time, and you know, we'll have to go back and look at the tape, but you know, it just really feels like the red side is moving a little quicker.
I don't know what happened here, but Mitrani looked like he had a good start,
Yeah,
and
look
then
at this.
Schultz just made it look like he had sandpaper on the bottom of Jack Mitrani's board. He wasn't even moving the way Schultz was. So smooth, so clean.
Schultz has won so many X Games gold medals, winter and summer, by
True.
the way. He's also terrific on a dirt bike, such a wonderful competitor and ambassador. He owns his own brand. There you see the leg BioDapt. Great story. All right, more from X Games Aspen in our Snowboard Unified Final, run number 2, right after this. Day 1 rolls on here at X Games Aspen 2018. You're hearing the sweet sounds of LCD Sound System, one of my favorites of theirs, playing this week at X Games Aspen 2018, no less. A beautiful look at the Super Pipe here at Buttermilk Mountain. Of course, men's ski Super Pipe final will be going off tonight. Make sure you have your eyeballs on that. But right here, right now, it's the Special Olympics Unified Snowboard, and it's time for run number 2.
Some great things in run number 1. That was fun to watch. We saw a lot of those red course athletes taking the win, but the timing is very tight. Unfortunately, we don't have computer-generated timing, so after the run, you will not be able to see the time. It's hand-timed. We get that time. You see it after run 1.
But there you see Mies and Klug in the lead with that 29.7. For more, a report on the course, we head down to the 3rd member of our team, Victoria Arlen.
Thanks, guys. One of the themes here from yesterday's practice was the 2 top gates were really tight, causing some hesitation from the athletes. Speaking with the coaches today and speaking with the athletes today, they made some adjustments and they're feeling a lot more confident in the race and on the start gates.
Interesting. Thank you, Victoria. Yeah, no doubt about it. It seemed like nearly anybody who got on the red course was coming up with a quicker time.
They're coming up with a quicker time, but it looked like on the blue course, as you can see, you get a good look at it.
Yeah.
On the blue side, it was a little bit more spread out at the top, so you can gain a little bit more speed. But then at the bottom, that's where a lot of the athletes on that blue side were losing it a little bit.
Time for run number 2. Henry Mies moves over to the blue course. Of course, on run number 2, whatever course you were on, you flip-flop. So Mies, who's in the lead with his partner Chris Klug, now on the blue course, going against Zachary Elder. And right away, Elder getting a nice lead. We'll see if he can hold on to it.
We mentioned this before, Elder in those hard boots. So now it's the athlete's choice. They can either ride in those hard boots or, as we see Henry Mies on that blue course, in the softer boots. See a lot of racers use that hard boot, but if you want more feel, go on that softer boot like Henry Mies chooses.
So we'll wait for the time on that, but it looks like Elder may have just squeaked by Mies. And as you see right away, Elder taking off.
But in that report from Victoria, you can see how tight those gates are. It's very hard to switch to your edge. You see the athletes kind of skid out a little bit, more braking as opposed to turning on those first 2 gates.
Henry Mies out of Oregon, 28 years old. He and his partner Chris Klug are current leaders. And now it's Klug's turn to battle against Gretchen Bleiler. Chris getting the best of her on run number 1. We'll see if the tides turn as they switch courses.
Bleiler's hungry. She's not going to let it happen again.
We haven't seen Bleiler on the X Games stage in a few years. Great to have her back again. Both of these snowboarding legends, both of them Aspen locals.
Bleiler with a good pull out of the gate. She gets the whole shot, and she's on that red course that we've seen be much faster all day. Can she hang on, though? Klug. No offense, he's got a little bit more weight on him than Bleiler.
Oh, my goodness, and it looks like he just got it. I mean, Gretchen could not have ridden that course any better. I'm hungry to see another replay of that finish as we take another look.
Low, tucked. That is
Photo
close.
finish. I may be wrong. I don't know. Gretchen looking over. Did I do it?
Did I get him?
So that'll be interesting to see how that one gets timed out. Everybody hyped out here at Buttermilk for the Special Olympics Unified Snowboard Final.
Let's go to race 3, though.
Denisa Tremlova on the red course against Dana Schultz. Dana was so good in her first attempt. She's really made a name for herself in this contest and then on the Special Olympics world stage as well. As we said, just a dynamite 2017 competitive season for her. Just a terrific ambassador for this entire program. Such a veteran. Let's see if Denisa can take this one.
Denisa only 19 years old. Snowboarding for 8 years. Dana Schultz, obviously, a few more years on her.
Denisa out of the Czech Republic, Dana out of Wisconsin.
It's going to be another photo finish.
Oh.
Tremlova threw on the brakes a little early there.
Yeah.
I think she thought she had it.
I think if Tremlova doesn't turn her board and just goes straight through, she might get this. It looks like Schultz may have taken it.
Schultz's technique is amazing. Like, so solid, edge to edge, stays low, keeps those shoulders square, looking right where she wants to go. And I think Tremlova, what she tried to do there at that point was a good racing technique. The nose of your board has to cross the line. That is the first thing that will stop the time. So Tremlova trying to stick that nose forward and stop the time there. And that's a nice hug.
That's what it's all about. You use the word camaraderie. I don't think it's more apt than when we watch this event year in, year out. As Schultz may have won her second straight race. We'll see if her teammate can help her out. Hannah Teeter now on the blue course going against Celia Norendal.
Red course ready. Blue course ready. Go.
Now, Norendal was edged out by Teeter in run 1. Teeter looks to be in that lead position on the blue course, but it's going to be a photo finish again.
Does it look like Celia?
It looked like, to my naked eye, it looked like Norendal took it there.
Yeah, I think Celia may have just edged out Hannah. Gosh, they were fast.
Let's get a great look at that finish. Yeah, Norendal for sure.
Yeah, the way Celia rounded that last one, she was coming in hot.
I love Zachary Elder. He's in the finish corral all the time, giving everybody high fives, telling them what's up.
So we move on to our next back-to-back battle. Craig Mulbach taking on Cody Field. Mulbach took it on run number 1, paired up with Scotty James. He's so good in this format, so good on this course. We'll see if Field can catch him on their second run.
It's going to be tough. Mulbach, 21 years on the snowboard. That's a lot of experience.
We also saw Mulbach out in Schladming, Austria for the Special Olympics last year.
And Mulbach coming across, blue on blue.
seem to be hurting him that much.
Aussie oi. Craig Malbach, so dominant out here today. There you see Zachary Elder, one of his fellow competitors. He is the first one to greet everyone. Love that.
High fives all around.
So we take another look. Craig gave us a no-doubter.
Yeah. And he could have lost control. He was going very, very fast. You saw in that, I think, 4th or 5th final gate, he gave a little speed check to regain control. Make sure he was still on his board when he crossed that finish line.
Scotty James taking on Jamie Anderson. Scotty James hit this course quickly on the reds. Got across the finish line first, of course, in his staple boxing glove mitts that he wears in all contests. What happens on attempt number 2?
Anderson went down on that blue course, so Scotty had a no questioner there. She's staying up right here.
And it's Scotty yet again on the blue course. You know, if this half-pipe ride doesn't work out for Scotty, he may have a future on the race.
In parallel giant slalom.
Yeah.
Good edge control. We talked about this in Run 1, Brando, but both these athletes, they have, they're going to have a big weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both favorites in their respective events. Both named to Olympic teams. Scotty, they got the world by the tail.
Scotty trying to defend his gold in pipe, and Jamie Anderson, again, favored in slopestyle, the most dominant slopestyle snowboarder in X Games history, male or female. We'll see if she gets back in the top spot, but we move on. Chris Perdue taking on Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis, 32 years old. He's been with the Special Olympics for 9 years, snowboarding for 7.
AD out of Oregon taking on Chris Perdue out of Indiana.
Perdue in the green pants, Davis in the black. Oh, Davis almost loses it. That special report from Victoria, Ireland is very apparent on that first 2 gates.
And Chris Perdue trying to take advantage of the unfortunate start for Anthony Davis.
Perdue has a, whoa, they both slide out, giving the cameraman a little shower. Now, Perdue in those green pants has a very similar style to Craig Mulbuck. They built, say, very, very low, as compact as possible. Seems to be working for him.
There's a great look at the viewing corral out here today. Again, day 1 of X Games Aspen 2018. Love to kick things off with this event as we take one more look at what we believe to be Chris Perdue's second victory. And then there was one matchup left. Their 2 partners, Mike Schultz and Jack Mitrani. Jack, of course, our broadcast brethren, one of our dearest friends, the host of this year X Games. Started out terrific. Wasn't able to finish it as Schultz just eked past him to the finish line. Does that change as they flip courses?
Well, we'll see. Jack Mitrani trying to get a pound. Schultz almost ignoring him on that one. I just don't think he saw it. He's a great guy.
I think Jack forgot what it meant to be a competitor.
Yeah. Now, Schultz, crazy story. There is nothing this guy can't do. Got a medal in adaptive snowmobile last year, and he didn't even know if he was going to be coming to the X Games till a week ago.
Yeah, just found out a few days ago.
Oh! J-Town almost went down.
Jackie Mitrani was keeping it close, but it looked to me like Schultz in a photo finish just gets through the finish line first.
Mitrani was really pushing. He really wanted it. He almost loses it right here. See that edge? Almost lose contact, but, you know, he's good. He stays on his feet.
And with that, our contest here today is complete. But as we said, everything being hand timed, so we don't quite know who finished where. That's what makes this part so critical and so interesting.
As our scoring and timing team
Again, could not ask for a better day out on the mountain.
So perfect. Balmy 41 degrees Fahrenheit.
Well, let's head down to Victoria, who I believe is with Henry Meese.
Henry, you've got 2 golds in this event from the last 2 years. What do you think are your chances of winning gold this year?
Going really fast, not missing any gates, doing my hardest and doing my best.
How did the course feel?
Really good.
And how do you think your partner did for you this year?
Great. I'm happy he's back this year.
Thanks, Henry.
You're welcome.
So we shall see. They were in the lead after run number 1. He and Chris Klug having the fastest time. And we're waiting for the results. And I've just been told that Henry Meese back on top with Chris Klug, earning the gold medal. Incredible.
Meese and Klug take the title.
What a team as we take a look now at our final standings. Meese and Klug's 29.6, unable to be bested. Dana Schultz and Hannah Teeter keeping it so interesting within 0.2 of a second, Craig.
Wow, what an event.
And Tramlova and Norendal edging out our podium. There you see Henry Meese with another gold medal. Let's head back down to Victoria, who's with our winners.
All right, guys, this is 3 gold medals in a row. What is the secret?
Henry's got the fast formula. I just try to keep up.
Henry, what are your thoughts?
Doing my best and getting around those gates and not missing any. And I hope when I come back, same partner, because I trust him and believe him.
Congratulations.
Fun, because now we get to see him break dance.
Yeah, show us your moves. Show us your moves, bud. Yeah.
Oh, that is just absolutely amazing. Henry Meese and Chris Klug, another gold medal, 3 in a row.
They got the winning pedigree. I don't know what kind of wax they're using, but I want to get my hands on some of that. Wow.
Well, they're both terrific, and as Chris said, the form is so good. I mean, Henry Meese was the very first one to drop in, he versus Zachary Elder, in the very first run of the contest. And we saw it right out the gate on that course, and they left no doubt about it.
My favorite part about today, though, Brandon, we had so much fun. Every single competitor, smile on their face. Everybody's having fun, and guess what? We're just getting started, Brando.
That's going to do it for the Special Olympics Unified Snowboarding Final, Day 1 of X Games Aspen 2018. We're just getting started.
You guys.